This thing happened in the 2009, which was on 15, that is the 5th of August 2009.
2009, okay.
Which started with the Nigerian Army. Then, if I can come back very close to us, then the Nigeria Navy also come in. Then mounting the signboard within the communities. And before then, that on 5th of August 2009, we have been writing letters to the several areas. Even Minister of Defense, ministers, Senate, all these things have been written. But unfortunate, I could remember again, the Minister of Defense, when we wrote our letter to him, that was 2009, then he called our attention for the meeting. They even set a committee concerned on that issue. But all it was elbowless. Nothing has been taken properly till the Nigerian Navy again, they came, which if I say that we want to give the story of that area, it will take long time. Mm-hmm. So when they came again, they put a symbol there. We also talk. We also write a letter to the various concerned organizations, which for them to help us. Because when they call us, we told them, we have never received any letter from any government giving all that. This because we are the condition of the government, because we are under FCT. And if any land will take over from us, the Minister of FCT needs to give us notification, okay, this land will be taken over from us to so people. We are not fighting the government. But all these things we write, we continue to be written, then nothing has been done about it. Recently, when the Navy came, just this year again, they came last year, they came this year again, that they want to take over of the land, even giving us the notice that so they we should leave. We still write, and we now ask them, where are they want us to go?
When was the last time they came and gave notice that you should leave?
The last time they went, they mount the signboard, it was on, because I even have a record of this thing here. Sorry, it was on 12 of last year.
That was the last time they came?
Yeah, last time they came.
Okay.
The last time they came?
Yes. That is last year, 2004. With the mountain
2024.
The mountain is the same.
They didn't come for meeting recently.
No, the meeting they called recently was just on 4 of August, which they call us.
Who called you for the meeting?
The Admiral Wogu. That is for the land. That they want to take land for the farm system. That is their agricultural project. We tell them, no, this cannot be happen, because we have been write a complaint and we have the meeting with them. They say, we told them, if whatever they want to do, they should go back to the FCDA too, because we know the land is belong to government. Yeah. But at least since we are the bona fide of that area, we don't have anywhere to go. If today government came to us and said, okay, this land has been taken over from us, we know that we are original of the land there, but it's confidence by the government. We cannot say anything. So that is what we told them.
So you're saying that since this dispute started, despite the several meetings that you've had, government has not said they are the owners. Take compensation and go to this place. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, government have never told us that this is land has been taken over from us to given to them. That this is the area that they are going to give us another place. No, nothing like that. I could remember the minister himself, present minister, he called the meeting. Our former Commissioner of Public Complaint Commission was there.
That's
yes. Honorable Comrade Ezekiel was there, which he even told them they should go and bring the evidence that show that this land has been located to them. As I'm talking to you today, up to today, I don't think that thing has been shown for.
Let me come to you, Honorable Ezekiel, because you've been on this matter for as long as, even while you were in office. I need to know for a fact that there really and truly is no document, really, that the Navy doesn't have any document tying them to this land. Is it possible? Because I don't believe that our officers will just get up and go and just claim land just like that. Is it possible that they have some kind of approval to do this? Or is it that, I don't understand, is it the lack of documentation that is driving this? At that meeting, or the meetings that you've been at, did they really and truly not give anything at all to show, not paper, not approval from this office or that office to say that they had right to move into those lands?
Okay, thank you, Somi, and Nigeria Info for yet another platform to see how justice can be advanced to the people who needs it. You see, this matter, just like he lay a background, it's been a lingering issue. And what baffles me is the fact that the issue is concerned with the law enforcement agents who are supposed to ensure that our laws are implemented to the latter.
Yeah.
Who are supposed to ensure that it will interest you to know that even at the committee level of public petition, the National Assembly, that was about the second one because of public petition, the National Assembly. That was about the second one because there was another committee of defense at the Senate in 2018 who sat on this same matter. The Minister of FCT was invited. The Navy, Air Force, Army were invited. NSA office, IG office, everybody was invited in that public hearing. It was a public investigative hearing. And same thing happened with the recent one in 2020, just last year, when the public petition of House of Reps did the same kind of invitation. And on the table, this question was still put from my office. There are laid down principles on how government takes over land from the indigenous people of the FCT. The last time I checked, this stadium you were seeing, there was a community called Kukwaba.
Yeah.
They are no longer there today. They are now in Kubwa. Whatever process that was needed to be done, at least was done. And these people made way. I keep saying it over and over. Even the villa you are seeing, there was a community there called Metama Village. They are also in Kubwa and so many other places. The laid down procedure is you will even first be given an allocation by government. And before you build anything, you will have building approval from development control. And all of these processes, we interrogated to ask before every organ of government that was in that public. I'm not talking about that. I'm not saying this matter was discussed as a pay palace or at one district head, at the National Assembly Public Petition Committee. And this question was put to them again. You guys, do you have an allocation? And they say yes. Okay, present the allocation. They never did. And the Minister of FCT was seated at that committee. So the same question was put to, because I insisted that the minister should respond to this question because he is the man that is empowered by the Constitution to allocate land. Yeah. So the minister was asked the simple question too. Has FCTA, you, Honorable Minister, have you allocated this land to Nigerian Navy and the military? Do you know the response from the
I would like to hear it.
The response was no.
This is the minister speaking.
The minister said there is no such allocation to any military formation in that axis. Emphatically also he said that entire place is even a mark in the master plan for the expansion of Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport.
Just to be clear, this community we're talking about, is it in Aviation Village?
I wouldn't know where is Aviation Village, but I know,
because I'm seeing here, back in 2021, there were about 137, in quote, illegal hostels, hotels, and other buildings at Iddo Sarki Community in Aviation Village that were demolished. And these places are adjacent to the main campus of University of Abuja, Gwagwalada, Abuja. So is this the same place we're talking about?
It's the same land we're talking about.
The same land we're talking about. At that time, when you had Ikaro Atta, chairman of the task force, as head of that committee,
I was in office.
The acting director, FCT Department of what is this, Development Control, Garba Kwamku, said that the land in which this illegal development was going on had been allocated to the Nigerian Navy. This is the acting director at the time, Department of, I believe this is Development Control, Garba Kwamku, who made this statement, that land had been allocated to the Nigerian Navy.
I'm not sure the director will be more superior than the minister.
The minister was not. This is in 2021.
I'm telling you what the minister said at the meeting, and that is not the first instance. So let me go. That's not the first instance where the minister refuted that there is no allocation such to the military. There was another meeting held at the vice president's office, Osibanjo, in 2018, 14th May precisely, if I'm not too wrong. And he called the meeting at the instance of the protest that was held and he rammed into the protest in Airport Road.
Okay.
He called a meeting to find out what are the issues. And my office, the two House of Reps, the Senator, the Minister of FCT, the traditional rulers were called on that meeting at his office. And this same question came up. And the Director Land, I'm not talking of Director Development Control, Director Land, who represented the Honorable Minister at that meeting, also said they have no allocation of such. So let me give you the recent one so that you will understand. The recent one was when the President Minister, the Capacity Minister, Nyose Wike, resumed office after like about 3 or 4 months. And there was this pressure and threat again. And I wrote to his office and ran to him as a commissioner then. And I said, Honorable Minister, this issue has been a lingering one. Your predecessor have continuously said this allocation was not given by you. Please, can we see how best to resolve this issue? So that these people can sleep with their 2 eyes closed. So that these people will not be pushed as though they are refugees in their own land.
Okay.
And the Honorable Minister called another meeting with all the military hierarchy, Navy, Air Force, and Army in his own office just recently. And in that meeting again, he asked the Director Lands, please, could you cross-check if there is an allocation of such to the military in this place? And the Director Land clearly said there is no such allocation.
All right, Honorable, we need to go on a quick break. We'll come back to this. We're talking about meetings that have happened in more recent times, but this situation has been on since 2009, as you said. Conflicts as far back as 2016. I believe that's when we started having major conflict concerning that land. So there are a number of administrations that have been in place prior to this current situation. And again, I'm asking the question, did these people just move there out of thin air? Because if we're seeing somebody saying that it was allocated to the Nigerian Navy, that means we're having issues, conflicting issues that we need to resolve. But let's come back after the break.
MTN Mega Billion promo is finally here from Monday to Saturday at 7 p.m. Plenty
All right, welcome back, and thank you for staying with us. If you haven't tuned away from this dial, you are the best, and that is why we love to be here for you and take on issues that affect us here in the FCT. Now, the community that is being affected by today's discussion is the Iddo Sarki community. As a matter of fact, I understand that what's the name of your community? Gaku community is here as well. Also affected by the Nigerian Navy. Okay. So let's go back to the issues on ground. Honorable Ezekiel Dalhatu was talking about all the different meetings, because I had asked that is it possible that these uniformed men would just go and take over land? Because at a point it wasn't just the Nigerian Navy. There was a time there was a word about the, what's it called now? Apart from the Navy, this particular one is the Navy. At a point, the word was that lands had been allocated to not just the Navy, but as well as the Army and the Air Force as well. Police? Was there police?
The last one we handled now, it was
Honorable
you remember the last
police
one
as well?
It was police now.
For
that land had been handed over to police as well.
We discussed the last time. I think
no, that one is Karsana.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a different one.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. So
alleged to.
as a matter of fact, I am looking at a petition. It's a petition, right, that was raised on the 17th of July, 2024. On the petition.
Yes, I was on
Okay,
it.
okay.
This when you check, you see that it was a response from FCTA.
Yes.
Right.
To the
Check
Senate.
from our ref, FCTA,
Yes.
Development of Land. You saw it?
Diversion of land.
Yeah. So this document that you are seeing,
Mm-hmm.
which I cannot, was as the result of the petition I forwarded to public petition
This was in
in
2024.
2024. Just
Okay.
recently. That's
Yeah.
why I said there are recent happenings.
Okay.
In 2024, where I forwarded this to the public petition committee, and they wrote to FCT minister, aside that meeting that was also to respond to it. Read and see. This thing was signed by the director, land. And if you check the last paragraph, it says, from the foregoing, I'm just going to the last paragraph. It says, from the foregoing, it can be summarized that while the Federal Capital Ministry of
Federal
Aviation,
Ministry of Aviation.
while the Federal Ministry of Aviation is a subsisting holder of title over the land in dispute, the military are in effective possession. The military are in effective possession. Although there is no aviation information on the status of the impasse, there is no gainsaying that the fact that whichever way the pendulum swing, the indigenous community within the land in dispute will eventually have to be resettled.
So what this is saying?
Now listen.
What this is saying?
No,
hold
listen first.
on. Before
let me
you
read
proceed.
something before you go on. Let me
Okay.
read something.
Okay.
Check item 3 on the information available. Check item 3. There are items, information available on the record of land administration. 1. There is no record of allocation of any valid title over the piece of land measuring about this stretching from the airport Giri up to Zuba along Weber in favor of the Brigade of Guard Barracks projects. Did you see that?
But I see
Now,
here.
wait.
See, let's take it bit by bit.
All right.
I see here. First of all, that's it. Before you move on, right? From the first paragraph that you read, where you said from the foregoing, it says it can be summarized that the Federal Ministry of Aviation is the subsisting holder of title. How did they come to be subsisting holder of title?
That's what I'm telling
That is
you
one.
that-
I'm
yeah.
coming. We'll come back to that. Then secondly, I'm seeing here that, on item 2 of this response, right, it says here that the Army presented an RFO with a file number FG2375, Brigade of Guards Barracks Project, Gwagwalada, covering a parcel of land outside the Gwagwalada Master Plan for use as military barracks project. Are you saying that this RFO now is
No, that's why I say
doesn't
let
apply.
the document speak.
It's not,
Assuming-
it's not correct.
So let the document speak. Is this
Okay.
one you are submitting? What check the document.
Yeah.
He's submitting what they are claiming.
Yeah.
But see, he said 4, paragraph 4.
Yeah.
Check paragraph 4. He say information from available records
In the Department of Land
which is the main thing we have to look at.
Yes.
Now, listen. One of the information he say there is no record of allocation or any valid title over the piece of land measuring, it even quoted about This is stretching from airport to Giri up to Zuba. That is the place they are claiming.
Yeah.
He said there is no any in favor of the Brigade of Guard project. 2, he said the Director, Security Services, FCTA, on the directive of the Honorable Minister, FCT, invited the Chief of Naval Staff to a meeting with the Honorable Minister scheduled for 5th March 2024. That was a meeting I told you about, to discuss the standoff between the indigenous community, Nwalege, Iddo Sarki, and the military occupation of land along airport, Giri outcome, and blah, blah, blah. That was a meeting I told you. Then the third item there, I said the bulk of the subject parcel of land being claimed by the military had ab initio
been set aside. I can see
aside
that.
for the FCT Airport expansion project.
Okay.
And is presently consumed, subsumed within plot 1, measuring approximately 11.163
Yes, we get
hectares.
that. Okay. And that is how it
Which
was
is
granted
clearly
in
stated.
favor of the Federal Ministry of
Aviation.
Aviation. Okay.
So I have said it here that the minister's office over and over, and even the director land office over and over, have said this parcel of land is for the expansion of the airport.
Okay. I've been asking one question since, and that's why I went back to the news item from 2021 when demolitions were done there, and there was an acting director of Department of Control that spoke to the said allocation to the Navy. Now, if we see documents here that show that after investigation and everything, there was no such allocation of land.
And I challenge you to still reach out to the Minister of FCT. Let him even still tell you, or the director land, if there's an allocation. We don't want to just be speculating.
No, I mean, it would be really nice to do that, because we would really like to hear from the FCTA when it comes to these kinds of things. But we will continue to push until we get that. I'm coming from an experience where we've been trying to get them to come and talk about the state of the environment in the FCT, and you're meeting all kinds of roadblocks. So sometimes it's a bit difficult to get through to them when it comes to these kinds of things. And this is me using this avenue to call on the FCT administration to be more responsive to some of the invitations that we put out, so that we can get balance on these things. However, as it stands on this current case, let me come to you, Mazi, because I've been asking a question since, and that on whose authority then are they doing this? Is it possible that these uniformed men that we revere so much in their different fields and everything would just decide, take it upon themselves, disregarding documentation, conversations with the minister and all, and take it upon themselves to be doing this thing? And I'm asking again, is it possible that there is absolutely no higher up that they are doing this thing on the authority of? What are your thoughts on this, Mazi? We'll come back to the community leaders.
I'm here because there's an Igbo adage that says "Imi bewe anye bewe." So I don't know if you know that.
Please translate. Please help me.
When somebody is crying, if once the eyes are affected, the nose too is affected.
Yes.
So these are family as well. So, and for me, injustice to one is injustice to all. If you don't lend your voice, the day it will be your turn, nobody will speak for you. So that's why I'm here. So, just like what you asked, you already know that we have a lot of abuses of power and offices in this country. You understand what I'm saying? We might not know the details. You understand what I'm saying? But we have a lot of abuses of offices. You go to some states, a governor is elected. If you are his political enemy, he doesn't like you, he can decide to take your ancestral home and give it to somebody to do poultry. We have a lot of abuses. However, just like we all agree that the land belongs to government, right? Even FCT that administers land, he does that on behalf of the president, the commander-in-chief. Abi, if the government decide that we want to use this particular space for a particular project, there are ways and principles that you follow to make sure, because there are human beings in that particular place. They are not saying government don't take land or you can't do anything. No. But we know the process. How that you can say, okay, let's move you from point A to B. you settle them, you make sure at least the place is comfortable for them. The last time we discussed with the issue, and the Honorable can bear me witness, I said that this idea of relocating by giving them just land and you abandon them, no. Put schools there, let there be hospital, let them have market. If the ones that are farmers who are farming in that place, give them the same measurement of land in another so they can continue. Just like me, and I know the kind of business I do. You don't wake up now, you move me to a place, and now you put me inside where they have, let's say, goats, and say, start rearing goats. What do I know? It's almost like you are changing, you've crippled me. But if you provide something that is similar to what I'm doing, I can survive in that place. That's why I keep saying that these are human beings. We are thankful for this Abuja indigenes that, you gave us a space so we can have a beautiful federal capital territory. But at the same time, I think they should also be treated like human beings. They are part and parcel of this nation. They are not outcast. A part of the country where I come from, you have people that you say these are outcast, even though me, I don't believe in that anymore. But when you say somebody is an outcast, it's like you treat them less than every other people. I think they've paid a huge price. I'm appealing to military to, do the needful. If you need a land, nobody is stopping them from, whatever business that they are doing. But you can, not the normal way, write to FCT minister, we need so and so project. There is always land for them. A situation where you are insistent on that one, even when the FCT minister, from what we had, that you were asked, is there any particular document to show that this place has been allocated to you? You couldn't provide anything. And from the master plan, that particular project is even for something. Okay, now if you take the place, and now a particular decision comes that say they want to expand the Abuja airport. So what are you going to do? That you are police, you are army, your navy, your air force, your DSS, you are still working for Nigeria and Nigerian people. Yeah. So you should not use that office or what you are supposed to use to protect us to now use it to oppress us. Speaking
about oppressing, what is the latest incident that has happened now between the Nigerian Navy and residents of that community? What is the latest? What happened in the most recent time? I understand that something about a farm or so. Yeah. What exactly happened?
Yeah. Good morning, Ma. As earlier said, I'm Haruna Mohammed, the Hakim Ngaku.
Okay.
Just of recent.
When?
Precisely, just last week.
Last week. Okay. What happened?
So we saw military, those navies coming in to the village. What happened?
They were in their uniform?
Yes, on their uniform. With their guns. Everybody was holding guns. What happened? What is the problem? They say, why did we planted crops on their land? Why? Where do you have land? We asked them, where do you have land? They said, here, our land. So, okay. Where can we get any document or evidence that shows that, yes, this land has been allocated to you so that we will know what to do? Because it is a normal thing. When the federal government allocate a land for an individual or somebody, they do come and say, this is where the paper is. This is where they allocated the paper.
Okay.
Then from there, we now know what to do. If there is compensation or any other thing, because there are different ways of making compensations.
Okay. Please talk into the mic so we can hear.
So, really, we couldn't get any paper from them. But they were trying just to say, okay, let them, they want to use that power just to do farm.
So what happened next?
With grasses, that they want to bring one grass. They want to bring one grass for the land so that during dry season, they can cut it and give it to animals.
That's what they told you people?
Yes.
Let me understand this clearly. This happened last week?
Just last week.
And this place that they came to is where you people are living and farming? Or is your farmland separate from where you are living?
No, the same place.
The same place?
The same place.
So when they say they want to plant there, automatically it means that where you are